Hi Geminis, how are you? Happy mid January. I hope you had a good January so far. And I decided to do a quick love reading specifically for the rest of the month just because there is like a big astrological event that's happening on January 21st, and then the effects of it that can be felt about 5 days before and 5 days after it. So I decided to give you an extra guidance. Now I'll speak a little bit about the events that are going to be happening. So we're going to have a lunar eclipse in Leo, and then we're going to have some other different aspects of other planets that are going to make it this a very transformative and very important time in your life, where a lot of things are going to be shifting, moving, changing. A lot of things are going to be coming up for you that you weren't really ready to deal with, or maybe you are, and I hope you are. You will be hearing some secrets. Some secrets will be revealed, either about you or about people in your life. They're going to kind of really flip, in a way, your life upside down, but in a good way. In a way where you're going to be starting purging relationships that don't work for you, aspects of the relationships that don't work for you. So overall it's going to be a really good time, but also know that it's going to be a very tricky time where there's going to be a lot of miscommunication. There's a chance of delayed efforts. There's a chance of misunderstandings between people, between different types of communication channels. So be mindful of that. Also, there's going to be a time where you're going to want things to be done right now, and you're going to be really frustrated and anxious that things are not happening when you want them to happen. So kind of be a little patient about things. Let things unfold the way they naturally would, and just let things happen naturally. And also be open and open your eyes and ears to hear and see things that are coming through, because when we are in denial, there's no way, you're not allowing room for change. So I'll pull a few cards for you. I won't do like a full reading, but I'll just pull a few cards and see what messages come through, and I'll pull a few oracle cards for an additional message. Well, I hope whatever the reading is going to be, it's going to be the message that you needed to hear around this time, and I hope it's going to give you advice and the guidance that you need to finish the month with on the right foot. Okay, so let's see what comes through for you, Geminis. We have the Seven of Pentacles. We have the Nine of Wands. We have the Fool in reversed. And then we have the Seven of Swords in reversed. Okay. So we have two sevens, right? And we have a 9 and the Fool. Now, with the two sevens, I think sevens is around the 7th day after the eclipse or before the eclipse might be a really important time, maybe even the 7th of February, or maybe something that happened on the 7th of January, on the month of July. That will be really, you'll feel the effects of this lunar eclipse around then. So really be mindful of that. Then if I'm going to go with the first two cards, well, the Seven of Pentacles and the Nine of Wands, we have these two couples, right? Both of them are kind of enjoying themselves. In the Seven of Pentacles, they're really comfortable, you know, they like worked really hard. It's almost like I got this feeling of people kind of like really enjoying, at the end of the day, they're kind of really enjoying the efforts and like really enjoying the good parts of their relationship. So I feel like it speaks to the efforts that you put in so far in the relationship that you're currently in, or if you're looking for a relationship, the work that you've done on yourself, you'll actually get to reap the benefits of it around this time. And then with the Nine of Wands that follows it, I feel like this is a time of like just kind of like being so enamored. I feel like this is going to be a time of like, because see how like the birds are around them, you know, it's just like I have this like really fun feel about like, it's just almost like creating this bubble around yourself, you know, about around your relationship, that it's just like, it's just you and nobody else around in this world, you know, it's just the two of you. And it's a beautiful feeling. Now, for the singles, I feel it's going to be a time of like, you might be finding a person that you're going to want to commit to, you know, like maybe it's, or maybe take it to a next level. So look out for that. Now we have the next pair. We have the Fool in reverse, and we have the Seven of Swords. I think with this, it's for me, speaks of the Seven of Swords, and specifically, especially for the singles, I think it's going to be a time of you no longer going to be single. I think it's going to be a time where you're going to find that partner you were looking for, where you're going to start, if you were just dating somebody, this is going to be a time where you're going to take just from the dating to like just committed to being just you, you know, and then not dating other people. So that's a really good news. Now with the Fool in reversed, I think that comes speaks to what I was saying earlier about not being impulsive, not being like overreacting, and not you know, letting things affect you too personal. So it's like also like having almost, yes, you made the leap of faith to start something new, but this is something that invites you to do a very calculated step forward. You know, like with the, especially with the singles, I feel like this is going to be a time of you to, especially with other things coming up to the surface that you didn't know about. This is really going to be a time for you to really be more strategic and really think about the long term versus the short term. Yeah, maybe in the short term it's like, oh, a really great partner, but is it going to be in long term a really good partner for you? Even though right now everything looks nice and good, but with the things that will be coming up and the secrets that will be revealed, and all of the other aspects of the relationship that will come forward, you'll see other aspects of the person that you're with. So yeah, think more about long term than short term with this. And the people that are in a committed relationship, it's more about just kind of like enjoying yourself, really. I think it's more about that. It's like kind of like stepping away from and letting go of doubts in your relationship. Know that you are committed to each other, and there is passion. There's a lot of passion in this relationship. And yeah, don't doubt yourself for a second. There is love and you are loved. Now let me pull some oracle cards. Okay, we have Jumper. Heart-to-heart conversation. Honestly discuss your feelings with each other. I think this is more about for the singles, and like I said, this is where it comes to think long-term versus short-term, and this is where the heart-to-heart will be really important. Like, would you, you know, be open and honest with yourself? And especially this time, it's really, I think it's going to be an easy time to have this conversation, just because there's going to be unexpected events that will happen that will trigger some of that, and they'll push you to have those conversations. But also be mindful of miscommunication, where things and words might be said that they weren't meant to be, I should say, said that way. So follow up on that. Don't always take it for like what you hear, for, you know, for the face value, and take it with a grain of salt, and then ask more questions. If you're not sure about something, ask more questions. Okay, and then let me pull an oracle card for the people that are in relationships. Let's see, what message do they need to hear? Retreat. It's time to disconnect from the world. And this is like what I, you know, kind of like reinforces what I said earlier, of like you guys gonna create this your own bubble. It's kind of, I think it's almost like I have this feeling of like you guys get going on a second honeymoon, or like taking a little vacation, a little trip, just the two of you, or going away for a weekend, or I don't know, just like having that feeling. I just like it. I just get this feeling that some of you are gonna just be like, I just love this person so much, and it's just he just gets me so much, he or she gets me so much that it's like I don't need anybody else. It's just us against the world kind of feeling, but in a good way, where it's like you have this like own bubble, your own like little world, and you don't need anybody else, you know. So in a way, it's like it's beautiful to have that. And I feel like this is going to be a nice time to just get away, go for a weekend, go somewhere, you know, and then really like enjoy that relationship and let it blossom into something more and better. Well, I think that's it. That's all I got for you, Gemini, for this love reading and for the rest of the January. And if it resonated with you, please like the video. And if you want to see and hear what's going to happen in February for you, subscribe to my channel. And I'm looking forward to seeing you in February. Bye.